Now today's plan, or vague idea of what I'm doing, is to at least start painting these peasant bowmen. There's 16 of them in total, and I don't want to say I'm going to paint X amount of them and end up spending way too much time and staying up too late and whatever. I went over all of this in previous videos. So I'm just going to start painting them. Paint a few, figure out the exact color scheme that I want to work with, and just see where it goes. Now, because these are, in fact, peasants, I'm going to go with some reds and browns. I really liked how the red worked out on one of our previous nights. So we'll just mix in some red and some generic kind of brown to make them look a bit dungy. But the skin is going to be done very much like the damsels, where they're just nearly ghost-like. Lean into that sort of spooky kind of vibe that we've got going on with these Clown Dark Bretonians. Yeah, while I started with doing red on the tunics, most of the dudes being red, when it came to the dudes with beards, they got a little too Santa-like. So I kind of inverted the scheme, went with the brown on the tunics, overcoat, whatever it actually is, and then the arms and legs go red. Which ends up making it a lot more mute and more, I don't know, peasant-like. But now I've done 4. And so let's do, I don't know, a couple more. With all the armies that I've painted this year, the trick that I've found to batch painting is to not overcommit and keep each batch fairly small. Like, even though I've got 16 guys to paint, I'm only going to paint 2 or maybe 3 of them at any one point. Kind of sticking to micro batches, if you will. And so, yeah, it might be more efficient to do all of the skin on every single guy and then move to the bow and so on. But painting that way makes me lose my mind, and it's a surefire way to entirely give up on the project. Whereas working on a few at any one point means that I'm actually finishing minis on a much more regular basis, keeping that completion endorphin train flowing, which wildly increases the chances of me seeing the project all the way through. And also, I'm being particularly uncareful while painting these guys. I really don't care whatsoever what they look like up close. It's purely about what they look like as a 16 block on the table, launching arrows across to my opponent. And so while efficiency is cool, I don't know, actually getting the thing done and enjoying what I'm doing is much cooler. I guess, as always, I'm just advocating for you to figure out what works for you, and don't do something just because the internet tells you it's the best way. Well, I got 6 done, which isn't 16, but really isn't bad for a couple hours work. Maybe I'll do the other 10 over the weekend. Do these guys look great? No. They might not even look good, but they look pretty solid all together, even when there's just 6 of them right now. So when there's a big group of them on the table, I think they'll look pretty damn great. Not everything we need to paint, or maybe nothing we paint, needs to be a masterpiece or anything anywhere close to our best effort. Sometimes, I think it's important to just think of a unit as greater than the sum of its parts. But what do I know? I'm just a random person on the internet. And most importantly, thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. And I'll see you on Monday.